If you want to see more of my whole journey on a motorbike in Africa, please share and subscribe for the next episodes. It's a lot of editing work and I need at least 1,000 subscribers so I can release a new video every week. If you have any questions about my trip, please leave a comment below. After taking a bus from Addis Ababa in the early hours of the morning, my first contact with Ethiopia was in the city of Bahir Dar. One of the first things that caught my attention in Ethiopia was the number of buildings under construction everywhere, no doubt a sign of the country's economic boom in recent years. In my first African market I was welcomed and greeted by everyone, many of whom even asked me to pose for a photo of them. As always, eating local food in local places, my first dish was the typical injera, a dough of fermented bread accompanied by different things, in this case a paste of black beans. Among Ethiopia's many prides is being the original site of coffee. Its preparation requires a small ceremony, either at home or in small street stalls like this one. When traveling in Africa, the main rule is always to do it during daytime because roads are extremely dangerous. All along the way I encountered fatal accidents, although I was only able to record a few of them. Timkat is the main festival for Ethiopians, most of whom are Orthodox Christians. Timkat celebrates the Epiphany or presentation of Jesus in society. It was necessary to arrive at 3 a.m. to take a good seat in the front row. Precisely, Christianity is another pride of Ethiopia, being the second nation in the world after Armenia to adopt Christianity officially. The ceremony ends at mid-morning with a jump into the water that symbolizes the baptism of Jesus Christ, unleashing then the collective euphoria. Gondar has the reputation of being the most beautiful city to see the Timkat, so I had to resort to couch surfing to find a place to sleep since everything was booked out. In the so-called traditional bars, the singers and musicians improvise the lyrics according to the public, making short songs about the attendees, like old medieval troubadours. Ethiopian are somehow shy and their dancing is unique in Africa, where people mainly work on fire. Here people have no physical contact and keep distance, shaking shoulders, neck and eyes frenetically. The Timkat is the most important festival of the whole year, more than Christmas or Easter. Throughout the country there are processions and parades grouped in brotherhoods, where people come dressed up from the neighboring towns and villages. In the Simien Mountains National Park I did a tour of 3 days and 2 nights. The price I got was $200, although other people paid up to $350 for booking online or for not bargaining. The region has to be visited with armed escort as there are sometimes tribal conflicts. Although in this area I think it's more about giving people work. And that's how the drone sounded to the local children. In addition to the guide, we also had a team of cooks and porters who took everything we needed as well as our luggage on top of mules. One of the highlights of the tour was to see the gelada baboons returning to their caves at sunset to spend the night. Every day we walked from 10 to 18 kilometers of up and down, with icy nights in camps at almost 4,000 meters high.